Hi, everybody.
Hi, guys.
I'm Michael.
I'm Sam.
And this is
Sis
Synopsis. We are back.
Woo!
We took another week off. It was Easter weekend. I had a gig. I was out of town. Family time. You know. And we do what we want.
Yeah.
So sometimes
and
we skip.
And sometimes we need a break.
Sometimes we need a break.
Just like we all do.
Yeah.
So it was good.
But we're back.
We're here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And today is kind of fun because we decided to talk about the Artemis project.
So fun.
Going to space and shit.
Couldn't be me, but I'm glad there's people.
Couldn't be me, but glad it happened.
Glad it happened and glad there's people who are willing to do it because I will live vicariously through them.
Yeah.
Every time.
Totally.
Every time.
Yes. So, for those of you who aren't aware, if you aren't, they sent 4 astronauts on April 1st from Earth all the way into space to fly around the moon and back in 10 days. Mm-hmm. It ended up being only 9 days, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right under.
But anyway.
Right under 10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we wanted to talk about it
yes.
because this is like something so historical and so big and so cool for our humanity and, you know, we need a win these days.
We need a win these days.
Know?
And this felt like a win. It felt like a way for people to come together and push aside all of the craziness that's going on. And not to dismiss it, but just to have, I think, a win while we're losing in other areas of our world.
Totally.
Right? So.
Yeah. Well, I think some things we could do what we've done in the past when we talk about big events or things that how they personally affect us. Maybe we can do what was something you were surprised to learn in that whole process from takeoff to landing to everything. What was something that surprised you?
Well, so I have to kind of at least start in this phase because talking about space and sometimes like going that large, it is overwhelming for me a little bit.
Fair.
When I was younger, it used to make my anxiety. I would panic. I'm like, this is way too much.
Yeah.
So diving deep into the thoughts of really knowing and understanding space and science, I'm always a little eerie.
Fair.
So
fair.
So I think, but it's interesting as an adult, I'm like, okay, now that I'm like getting older, I have more knowledge about things. It wasn't, for the first time, it wasn't as, I wasn't, as overwhelming, and I wasn't as anxious.
Oh.
So I kind of let myself go into, okay, let's actually watch this and see how amazing this is.
That's cool.
And so all of it was like shocking to me.
So you're like, everything I learned
Start
was
to finish.
surprising.
From rocket up to splash down, I'm shocked.
Great.
But it's hard for me to, I think I'm going to have to think about what maybe I could pinpoint. Yeah. So I'm going to have you go first.
Fair, because I have mine.
I know you do.
Because it's so funny. I think it's so funny. Okay. I'm dragging myself a little bit through the mud.
I love it.
I thought when you take off, when we go to space, especially if we're going to the moon or something, that you just take straight up, you time it out, and you take off toward that thing, right? So I thought, before learning, the moon orbits around the Earth, right? So I thought it was like they timed it, and you shoot straight up, and you just timed it to get to the moon to whatever. I'm sure anyone who knows better is laughing, and it's fine, laugh at me, because now knowing what it is. So the biggest surprise for me was to learn that they shoot up into the Earth's orbit and its gravitational pull to slingshot to get to the moon, and then when going around the back, that gravitational pull slingshot them back, which it makes so much sense because then you're using physics,
right?
Which saves energy, saves fuel, it's safer, it's like so smart.
Yeah.
You have to be so smart for this stuff, so I get it.
Yeah.
But so I'm really grateful on how they really over-explained a lot of that stuff as you were watching the entire trip that they took. They would really show a lot of good graphics to show like this is what they're doing and why they're doing it, and here's the math behind it and everything. Yeah. So they really used repetition throughout the week to really educate you. If you knew nothing about it, you could come out of it knowing something new and really understanding what it is they were doing and what it took to do it.
Yeah, it felt kind of like an adult science class.
Totally. We were in science.
We were in full science.
Yep.
And we were being taught all the fun new things.
It was great. It was great. Yeah. That was one of my favorite things to learn. And surprising.
And so it's kind of funny that you say that, because when I was seeing all this stuff, like how they had the map of how it would wrap around and all this stuff, I thought they were powering it the whole time.
Oh.
No. That is not, like, they don't even really do, there's short pieces of it that they actually take control.
Yep.
So that was surprising to me, that they're not the ones. I guess in a way it kind of reminds you of flying a plane. Like, it's on autopilot a majority of the time.
Right.
It just, that kind of always blows my mind.
Yeah.
Like, wait, all of us are just on autopilot and hoping that goes well. And it clearly does.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for a long time. But I think from a person who just drives, we don't drive our car, autopilot our cars.
Right.
We do that.
Right.
So I just always assumed, like any other type of machine that we operate, I thought that.
Yeah, that you're manning that.
And that's not the case. No. And that just blows my mind, just in general.
Yeah.
So I guess I shouldn't have been shocked, because other aviation
does the autopilot thing. Yeah.
So that was interesting to me.
That makes sense, though, because when you see a takeoff, it's so much fire and everything. So you're just thinking, this takes so much power, so it must take that much power the whole time.
Right.
Until you learn what it means to go out of our atmosphere.
Right.
Where the elements don't exist the same way.
Right.
So that makes sense. That's a good one. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's deep. Hell yeah.
Deep.
Is there anything that you learned about any of the astronauts that really stuck out to you? The specific 4 that did the trip.
Yeah. I have to be fully transparent. I didn't watch, I think from what you've talked to me about that you've watched, I didn't watch as much.
Yeah.
A lot of that was during work, when I was working.
Totally.
So I didn't fully get to learn too much about them.
Okay.
The only thing that I will say is that I loved that we have a woman, a person of color, and somebody who isn't even American, who we have our Canadian.
Yeah.
Like, it felt so diverse and DEI, which, yes, people keep it up, because you see how beautiful it is when it's like that, and how much, like, anytime I heard the woman talking, my jaw was always on the floor, and I was just like a little kid watching this woman and being like, I'm so proud of her, and I don't even know who this woman is.
Yeah.
You know, and so I think the diversity of the astronauts is what overall made me just enjoy watching the whole process even more.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah. I was a proud woman.
Yeah.
Woman to woman, you go, girl.
Hell yeah. And her, like, what she did to become where she was. If you don't know, she is one of the, I can't remember if it's the longest ever person in space. I don't know the exact, so I'm not going to say it just in case I'm wrong. But what I do know is she has spent 328 days straight in space,
like
at the space at the space station, doing experiments, running tests, everything. So a 10-day trip.
She's like, oh
yeah, sounds great.
That's like
sounds
nothing.
Great. Yeah. So that was something I was like, oh my gosh, she's been up there so much.
It's like that's her safe space.
She had been up there more than the men with her. Like, she's the most in that group.
Love
it. Yeah, what a iconic person to lead something like that, and it being a woman, where there were times when people said that is not a place for women.
Right.
Space is not.
So I saw something, and I don't know if this is true. I saw it on social media.
Sure.
But when we went to the moon last time,
that
era of life, women couldn't get a credit card without their husband signing one for them.
Yeah.
To now.
Homegirl is basically the leader of this group.
Like, it's so, again, proud. Just proud to watch it happen, and that exists.
Absolutely. Let's...
Okay, so
what?
What was yours?
Her.
Just her.
Being up in space for almost damn near a year.
That's crazy.
So when they're like, this is going to be 10 days away, and thinking that, and I should ask her if I ever got to, like, when they said it was 10 days, were you like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
that's like...
Which, granted, flying hundreds of thousands of miles away is different. So there's got to be...
why she's going is totally different.
Yeah. Because the space station is much closer to Earth.
And, right.
So, whatever. So, but that was mine. Because everybody had something cool. Like the pilot, he had flown 3,500 hours in 40 different types of aircrafts. So I'm like, well, he's qualified to be the pilot, clearly.
Well, and the whole thing, I think for all four of them too, again, that I feel is finally qualified people.
Yes.
Being in positions that need to be in them, that are qualified, and maybe even overqualified. Love that.
Love it.
Love it.
Love it so much. Yeah.
We need that.
Yeah. Then, one of the commander, he spent several months underwater.
Oh, yeah.
Ocean floor to simulate space exploration.
Talk about anxiety there, too.
Yikes. No thanks. Mm-mm. Thanks, but no.
I hate dark water.
No.
I guess I'm a nutbag over here. My anxiety.
No, I ain't doing it.
No.
No.
I'm not going either direction.
No.
No, thank you.
So that was great.
Good for them.
Yeah, and then I think might have been the Canadian one. I can't remember, but one of them, either must have been. That was his first trip to space.
Oh.
So the other three had been to space a lot, like hundreds of days. And as we know, she was at the most, whatever. But I saw this thing. I didn't know that till, I think, yesterday. They had a picture of all four of them and how many days in space they had been.
Oh, okay.
And it was like 100 in this, 200 this. She had 300 and whatever, and then 9. And I was like, it didn't click. I was like, wow, that's so little. I was like, oh, that was his first trip.
That's amazing.
Can you even?
No.
Your first trip is to the moon.
Yep.
No big deal.
No big deal. Just going as far as anybody's ever gone.
Yeah. I'm going to be one of the furthest on my first try. Way to go.
Hey, way to go big.
Way to go big.
Way to go big on the first time.
Yeah. So good. To finish up, I would like to talk about how we felt, because we watched this one.
Yes.
I just want to kind of talk about some of the feelings we were having.
Yeah.
Because I was very nervous.
I was
my
so
stomach.
Nervous.
I
was like, I can't imagine how nervous they are.
Yeah.
Or not, because they are preparing.
And I kept... She would say that, and I kept having to say, they're not nervous, to make me feel better.
That's great.
I was like, no, like, they planned for this, like, they're fine. Meanwhile, I'm dying. My guts were just rumbling.
I was so stressed. Thinking about it now, I'm getting, even though I know they're here.
Yeah.
I think because of how powerful watching from takeoff to all that they did, it seemed so, like, profound and successful. I wanted it to just be okay.
Yep.
Everything to be okay, so that when they came down, we got to hear from them and see them. And proof of life. You're here. You made it. Yeah. Now you talk about it in your normal clothes and not.
Yeah.
You know, and I wanted that for, selfishly, yes, for me, but for them, for everybody at NASA.
Yeah.
So I put so much weight on that.
My God. Well, and we both had similar reactions, I think, because I didn't educate myself enough. I realized in every little stage of re-entry, because those first parachutes came out and then they broke off to the next one, panic.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know.
Yeah.
Then, when they hit the water, I wasn't really ready, and it looked weird, and so then we panicked because it didn't... And they're like, splashdown. We're like, oh, okay, that was it.
And it's so funny. I thought about it later, after you left.
Yeah.
And I remember them saying, okay, a minute to splashdown. They told us.
We just weren't...
And we still...
It just didn't... we couldn't wrap our minds.
Time was... not
all over the place.
All over the place. Yeah. Like 1 minute there was so much time, and then all of a sudden there was no time. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they're in the water, and I'm like, wait, is that right? Yeah. Are they supposed to be there? Even though I knew they were.
Right. And then they're just like perfect, exact. Everything was perfect. Like landing perfect, time perfect. Everything was perfect. I'm like, okay.
I know. Being stressed about not educating yourself on how we should have, so that we knew. We might
have been a little less stressed. But hey, what an experience, though, to have such genuine, in-the-moment feelings, too. So
yeah.
I would have rather been able to watch it live, not understanding everything right away, to have not seen it, you know.
Yes.
All right, well, that's all the time we have today.
Yes, if you watched it...
Oh, yeah, tell us. We want to know what you all thought, because what a time in history that we got to experience in person.
Yes.
Like, our age group as adults, that's the first real big space thing that we've been able to see. Like, our parents or our grandparents got to see 50 years ago. Right. You know, and now we're a part of this new generation of space exploration.
And, like, we get to talk about it from watching it ourselves.
Yes.
So cool.
So talk about it. Yeah.
Yes. Tell everybody.
Tell everybody. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm Michael.
I'm Sam.
And this has been Sis Synopsis.
Bye, guys.